In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what a sales recruitment company and a high ticket offer looks for when hiring high ticket closers. Now, you may be thinking, who the fuck is this guy and why should I listen to him? So I've been in sales for about 17 years now, but in the high ticket space for around 10. I've won awards in the space, but more recently, I'm CEO and founder of Sales Chief. We're a sales training and recruitment company who place high ticket closers and setters with majority UK based companies, although we do have some clients that operate overseas, like USA, for example. But we've got sales reps earning in excess of £20,000 a month in our books, and it's just by following our training, but essentially just closing high ticket sales. So how do you find a role like that? Or if you're a business owner, what should you be looking for if you're trying to find a high ticket closer of that level? We're gonna break this down into a few parts, but before I get into it, if you're a closer or if you're a setter and looking for placements, we host a high ticket offer job board on School, which I'll link in the description so you can see what offers we've got available right now, but also we host some free training in there as well. If you're a business owner struggling to find consistent closers, or maybe you're just looking to get off the phone yourself and looking for commission-only closers or setters, you can actually book a no-obligation demo call using the link that's in the description. Anyway, back to the video. So before any interview stage, one thing that we ask all reps of any position to do is to send a Loom video in introducing themselves. The reason we do that is we get a ton of applications for each role. Sales reps have this belief system, they think they're the ones in demand, but in reality, they're just not. Even the high skilled ones. There's so many good quality applicants for every role that we get in. Unfortunately, we just don't have time to interview everyone. So we can learn whether someone's gonna be a good fit in the role, literally just within a few seconds after just seeing the Loom video. So we can see how you carry yourself, your tonality, have you made an effort, have you done any research on the role? But also we ask you to tell us a little bit more why you think you might be a good fit for that role. So very quickly, we can tell by your personality, your mannerisms, your effort levels of the Loom video itself, what does the background look like, how do you look and sound, and then also by your experience and skill sets, etc., whether you'd actually be a good fit for the role. Now, these things do change depending on what position that you're applying for, but just make sure you make an effort in your video. Also, if you've done some studying in sales, talk about it. You don't have to have spent tens of thousands on sales training, but you do need to have studied. There's a shitload of free sales training on YouTube now, so there's not really any excuse for not increasing your skill set. There's also some insanely good trainers who don't necessarily charge thousands of pounds to access some of their training. So talk about who's influenced your sales career, because it's actually a really important factor. It also helps that you can follow a proper sales framework. So if you're unsure on a sales framework, before looking at any role, start by checking some of my videos on YouTube, as it's definitely going to help. Once you're on an interview, we as recruiters are looking for three key things. Number one, do you have the sales characteristics? Number two, do you have a proven track record? And number three, do you know the industry that you're applying for? Now, not all three of those things are needed, especially if it's a position like a setter, as training can kind of sort those things out. But one thing that isn't negotiable is the characteristic of that person, that salesmanship. So does that mean that you need to be a second-hand car wheeler dealer type personality? Absolutely not. That's like a massive misconception of a good sales rep. But in all honesty, I'm sick and tired of hearing closers thinking they've made it looking for an easy ride. Sales is a really hard role. You've got the pressure of closing deals. So I don't want to see when you're not on a call, you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs. Go and hunt. Look for opportunities. Re-engage your pipeline. Do some follow-ups. Sales reps are quite detached from marketing. If you actually understand the stress that comes from booking calls into your diaries, they're easily a few £100 each. So to hear that, oh, they didn't show up, so I'm not going to catch them, or you're not following up your pipeline or shit like that, is a massive red flag. If you do this, you'll become like a lion in captivity. You just lose the hunger because you're being fed the whole time. I don't know of a single salesperson earning 15k plus that doesn't have that really high hunger level. That doesn't mean that they work 12-hour days. It just means that they make most of the time that they do work. So come prepared to the interview with specifics about how you found business yourself and showcase how you can do that hunting yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to do that, but business owners want to see that. The next thing we look for is willingness to work within the team. So we've got set KPIs. Part of those KPIs come filling out boring end of day journals and showing up for trainings on time. So if we get the impression that you're not going to do that, we just don't see you as hungry. End of day reports as well. They're not some spy tactic just to see what you're getting up to. Yes, they do hold you accountable, but it's so we can feed back data to the marketing team, which means we can improve lead quality, but also we can direct your your training and give you the best training you absolutely need. Now, finally, when you are applying for a role, don't apply for a role that you're not bought into 1000% yourself. That doesn't mean you have to physically buy it yourself, but if you wouldn't sell that product to your mum, if she needed it obviously, then you don't believe in that product. If you don't believe in what you're selling, you're already capped. You need to genuinely love what you do and the people you're helping. So when you're looking for a role, just dismiss anything that doesn't align with you, whether that's a belief system, ethics, the product itself, whatever it may be, and sell something you actually really care about and you're passionate about, as you'll care more about the person you're selling to than the commission that you're going to make, which is a recipe for making a shit ton of money in sales. Now, if you do like this video, obviously subscribe to the channel, but also while you're here, maybe check out this video on how to maximize your commissions in the high ticket sales world.